And here we are, in the dreaded episode, where I am going to move this chunk over to my other ship. Now, it was perhaps a little bit of a cliffhanger last episode, but we're gonna see if we can move this ship over to the other side. So let's see how far we can do this. So what I explained to in the last episode is that I'm first gonna build a foot to make sure that the ship, when I grind everything down there away, that it will at least be still standing on it. Alright, so let's see, is this enough? No, let's build it one block more down. Alright. Here we go. Then let's grind a little bit down. Okay, sure, it's fine. Let's call this rescue. So it's easier to find. Okay, now remove this, and let's hope that we have the components in our atlas. Cannot withdraw 4 motors. Ow. But do you have 4 motors? Okay, thank God. I thought that I missed 1 motor. Okay. And there we go. And it's already connected. Alright. So technically, even if I remove everything now, then it should be fine. And that should be it. Okay. Let's do an inspection if nothing is sticking out. So let's just remove this just to be safe. No cameras or lights on the underside. Glass doors. Alright. It's hitboxes, not in any way like it's sticking into the ground, but still. Alright. Well, now comes the dreaded moment where I will find out if the Atlas has indeed enough lifting force. Oh, I should actually turn on the thrusters. I don't think it has any hydrogen, but who knows, maybe the ion thrusters will help me. I don't know how many are facing downwards, but even if there's one, maybe it will help. So let's find out. So we're either going to gain 5 refineries with yield modules, or we are going to lose our very important ship. Let's find out which one. Alright, let's see. Here is our landing gear. Let's get the rescue one. Switch lock. I'm just gonna activate all the thrusters. Yep, they're on. And here we go. Let's see if it works. Oh my God. Yes. Beautiful. Let's turn off the backwards facing thrusters. We only need them when we get close. Now landing this might be a bit hard. So I might build a, because the landing gear is flush with the underside, the moment I try to land it, it's gonna hit the ground with all the other components as well. So when we get there, I'm probably gonna make like a little 1x3 platform of steel blocks, just so I have a place to park it. It doesn't have to be super straight in any way. It's just gonna be very important to make sure that the hydrogen thrusters don't hit the ground. Because who knows, maybe they'll chain explode and also break something that I actually need, like the yield modules. Alright, so let's start backwards thrusting at 2.5 kilometers. It should maybe already be enough. Let's do it from here. Oh, okay. Also a little bit early maybe. And now I overcorrected it. Now we're gonna fly past it. No, I think we're fine. Alright, let's park it at least next to it. Don't fly down too fast. Okay, there's my shadow. Don't want to park it too far away though, otherwise it's gonna be a lot of movement every time. Okay. There we go. Let's see. Around here should be fine. As long as we can park it. Let's repair it though. To the best of our abilities. Just so it has a little bit more HP in case I ram it into it. Right, let's park it. A little bit to the side, a little bit down. I'm gonna aim a little bit upwards. Just so I definitely am gonna hit the ground first with the landing gear. Is it done? Yeah, it's done. Alright. Let's decouple the Atlas and fly back home. So that is number 7. I'm actually going to remove the other welding block because that's the one from the base. Alright. Engines are all still on, so let's decouple. And fly back to the base. There's a lot of nickel, cobalt, and iron over there. I flew too fast. I'm gonna have to install that that camera at the bottom so I can line up this welding block a little bit easier. Alright, let's turn it back on. A little bit back. Here we go. A little bit more rotation. Isn't that it? Okay, it was just loading. Here we go. Let's put this to refill. And yeah. Is it filling? I'm not sure. Don't see it go up. Well, we did it. We got a second part with yield modules. The rover is over there. The mining vehicle is over here. Oh yeah, that was something that I still needed to do. I needed to set the mining hinges. So miner, oh, okay, I want to type in here, but sure. Miner hinges, and we want to set the upper limit. I don't know why the lower limit changed back to minus 90, but okay. We want to set this to 30. So it was the upper limit. So it has to be minus 30 instead of plus 30. I still don't know why the lower limit just keeps resetting. Well, it does says 30. So let me just change this one. Minor hinges. Let's set this to rotate to angle 30. Using a speed of 2. Set label 30. Okay. Then we're gonna decouple this. Then we're gonna up the height again. Can the connector please stop pulling on it? Thank you. Can I move? Or am I just now stuck underneath the connector? Ah, I was stuck underneath the connector. Okay. We're gonna test the same thing we tried last episode. And if this doesn't work, I'm gonna think of another way we're gonna do this. Ooh, that's a big hole. I can think of a different way to do this. We just need some components later on to do this. So we're gonna set these to lower. If I now make a hole, do my wheels fall in? Ooh, so close. Okay. Then if I set these to 30, can I then make a little bit more of a ramp? A little bit. Oh, there's still also quite a lot in the containers themselves. And pay attention to that. Yeah. There's quite a lot of ice in here. Alright. Can I lift myself out by pushing up with the drills? A little bit. I need to empty out the ice first. Okay, let's empty out the ice first. And then we're gonna also put a lot more power on the wheels later. I forgot to set up a conveyor sorter for this one. That's something that I should have done before. Oh, the sun is going under. Damn. So the next few episodes I'm gonna focus mostly on getting the miner up to snuff, just so we can mine the resources that we need. And I'm going to start working on gathering all the components that I've taken over, all the ship parts, and bring them over to the big ship, just so we can partially start building the entire ship. Alright. So we're actually gonna reinstall this part. So let's just set it a little bit up in front. Now what we're gonna do is dump this in. We're gonna grind this up. Now what we're gonna install is first a conveyor sorter. Then we're gonna set up a large hinge. We're gonna set up another large hinge. And then we're gonna set up a connector. Come on, the hinge part still. Oh, it needs steel plates that it doesn't have. What about now? Okay. We'll set the correct height later. First we need to install this connector. Almost. So close. Where am I gonna steal steel plates from? Let's just steal it from some blocks around here. At some point we're gonna have the steel plates necessary to build it, so it's gonna be fine. Right, so it was a little bit higher. So let's set that one up to be a little bit higher. This should already be enough, maybe. Then we're gonna set this one up a little bit lower. A little bit higher. Is it standing still? Yeah. Alright. Let's see. Can we fit? There we go. Now we don't need the lowering of the height every time. Now what we can do is we can set these to drain all, and now I should be able to relieve myself of all the ice that's in there. Perfect. Then, because it's getting night, I'm also going to do something else. So the cockpit doesn't seem to have some lights built in, so we're gonna give it some lights. Spotlights. And also these offset spotlights are also pretty good. Place one here. Yeah, I'll place them here, here, and here. Then we're gonna place one there and there. Right, so did I miss something? They miss bulletproof glass. Don't I have silicon? Thought I had silicon. Can I not just make some? There we go. That's a little bit more light. Okay. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring some components, because it looks like our wheelbase is 5 wide. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring some blocks to build ramps. Which ramps require steel plates? I thought they required other components. Ramp. Yeah, that's what I thought. Interior plates and construction comps. We're gonna use these ramps to drive down into the hole. Just bring some components. Okay, now that we're empty, we should be able to drive a little bit more easily down the hole and dig around a little bit. Just when we're driving around, we should always just have these in the top. Make it a little bit more safer for ourselves. Alright, where's our little quarry? The reason why we're doing it this way and not some other way is because we're probably going to use quite a lot of ore, and I'd rather just be able to pick whatever ore I can find. Okay, can I drive through this? Yes. have to just be careful to keep my drills on right click the entire time while I drive through this backwards so I don't make this weird little wavy pattern. Okay. I'm driving a little bit more to the side, I think. Oh. Okay, so far, no catastrophic failures yet. It's at least a start. I'm driving a little bit more to the side, it seems. Okay. Let's get out of this hole if we can. It's a little bit steep now. Okay. Can I build the ramps? I should remove this ridge first. Let's see if I can do that. Sure. Let's see. How many of these ramps can I build? Just look down the way and just place it as flush as possible. Like that. Let's just hope I don't drill them broken. I'll fix them on later on a little bit better. Alright, next up. Let's see if I can drive off of this. Don't drive too fast. Okay. Drive through this hobbly terrain. Oh, made it too deep. Making it worse for myself. Yeah. Making the hole steeper and steeper. As long as I can still get out of it, it's at least fine. This is difficult. Maybe this is not the best way to do this. Can still get out with 8,000 liters of ice. I just should be very careful with this. Right back to base. And let's at least dump this ice. Getting to the point where we can almost mine stone. I forgot we are a little bit heavier now. Beep. Just dump all the ice. Mm-hmm. Don't know where all the ice is going though. Is it being pumped out? I guess it is. I just want to at least keep going until I have my first harvest of ores. I just want to get to a point where I can just drive around mining materials. Some components. Because once I finally get this to work, I can have a very good supply of iron, nickel, and cobalt, which would mean metal grids and steel plates are finally not an issue anymore. But to get to that part is decently difficult. Especially because I want some place where I can just drive in, drive out without issue. Now there is a way to make ramps a little bit more or a little bit less steep, and you do that by using hinges and plates, but I'm not sure if I'm able to get that to work here. I probably will, but I just want to see if this system at least can work. Okay. If I just go over here. Okay. Like, I'm not even sure if my vehicle can drive up this, even if it's fully repaired without issue. Maybe I should activate the connector to set it to like drop out ice as well at the drop of a button. If I set one of these to stone and one of these to ice, I can activate them whenever I want to. Let's see, that would be a sorter back, and I'll set this one to ice. We'll set both of them to stone. Okay, now it's barfing out the ice. Which connector is that? Then I'll activate that by a button. I didn't even name these. Or number, not name. Okay, then it's connector 1. Okay. It's at least one way to remove the ice from my inventory. There's a lot of ice that stays around. Normally they disappear after a while, right? Alright, let's just get some componies. Just pooping out ice. We don't need that much ice. I mean, look at around. We also need to bring this next time we're gonna go to the big ship. Okay. How much construction comps and interior plates do we still have? Massive amounts. Alright, let's just fill the vehicle up with this stuff then. Let's just see if we can actually get this to work. I can actually do it from... No, I cannot do it from here because the thingy is connected to it, you know, the thingy. And with the thingy in the way, I can do the thingy. Right? Can't grab anything from here, right? No. Just have to grab a few ramps worth of materials. Now, going forwards, I know that the Atlas has a whole lot of lifting power. What I want to do is I want to at least have every episode to be partially mining in case we need a lot of materials. And I want partially to be hauling ship chunks over to the The big broken ship. Okay, let's drive back over to the mine. Build some structures. Oh, there's just ice on the floor everywhere. Okay. Because they also have this issue. We just don't have any steel plates. Oopsie. Let's just get like some interior plates. Build some of these structures. Just build it like this, just so we can place the ramps. Have to place it there. I placed it wrong. And now it's underneath the ground. Now it's not underneath the ground. Okay, let's see how much of this we can build. One, two, three, four, five, six. Let's see if we can get most of this repaired. Good. At least the beginning part is done. Now we need to work at least one more down. Because judging by this height, we're nearing the point where we can actually mine the materials. So we're very close. Oh, let me actually build those last few here as well. Just in case. Ramps are quite expensive. Because if I just get the components out of here, then at least it's a little bit less heavy. Okay. Can I get out of these? Thank you. Okay. Let me guess, I cannot place it now because the ice is in the way? Yeah, I thought so. There we go. Mm-hmm. Let's see if I have the components to at least build these last few ramps. Not the inventory space. That's at least a good sign. Mm-hmm. Good. You can almost fully make it down. And then we can drive around and mine some Oreos. Some Oreos. Okay, let's see. This fit. Need interior plates. Alright. Good. Well, there's my interior plates. Mm-hmm. Okay, we're getting there. I'm using the gyroscopes to basically move myself correctly. Okay. I'll set both connectors to ice as well. If I need ice, I'm gonna do it a different way later for the base. I can better do that in the K menu. Where's my small? Alright, let's let's whitelist. Oh, this is sorter. Back sorter 2. Set up for ice. There we go. We're so close. The iron is only 6.5 meters away. Look at that. Mm-hmm. Once all the ice is out, we're gonna go back in. We're also going to set up the hinges to have a upper limit of 45. And we're gonna remove this. And then we're gonna also set group hinges to Set. Where is it? Set angle, set angle, set angle. I'm looking over it. Rotate to angle 45. Speed of 2. So label 45. Just to have a little bit more movement. Okay, that was all the ice. Using our gyroscopes to brake a little bit. Oh, that was the wrong button. Gyroscopes, please. Okay. And we're there. Now we only need to get down there somehow. It almost sounded like there was someone honking their horn in the distance. Okay. I only need one trip more for these ramps, and then I think I can already set everything up. I'm in the way. Yes, I'm building over the iron, but later on that wouldn't matter when we're mining it. Okay, I probably don't have these components with me. No, that's what I thought. It actually might be enough to just fly back and get these. Because I think we're done there. I think this is just one inventory full of materials. How much fuel do we have? Okay. We can do a quick canister fuel run as well. Good. Fly back. Do a little 360 in the air. Okay. Wait, I didn't bring the components. You dummy. Let's get the components. Yes, that's what I thought. That was enough to fill my inventory. Okay. Let's prepare everything, and now we should get to the point where we can start mining ores. And what I want to do is I want to make a little plateau where I can turn my vehicle here underground. Or at least under the surface. Just so I can drive up this thing. Okay. There we go. Let's just park it up here and let it barf out all the materials. I think I'm just gonna do this by hand to make sure the vehicle can make this turn. To be fair, this is costing a lot more time and effort than I expected. Let's just hope that it's at least worth it in the end. Okay. Barfing out the last bits. I think it can go all the way to 0 now because I removed all the other building components for the ramps out of here. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Has some scrap metal in there. I expected something to have broken. Also, I don't know why this one is not the correct color. But there was at least some iron ore in there. 52. Look at that. Jackpot. Get the ship or the vehicle standing upright, because maybe if I stand it upright, the drills themselves might be able to drill well enough. What I can also do is recall these drill 3 top and drill 6 top. Then what I can do is make a new group for only the bottom drills. Minor drills bottom. And what I can do with this is not activate those. But I do activate them the moment I... Okay, let me check something. Let's put some more power in here. And let's put a lot of power in the front wheels. That way we can at least drive out of the hole. I love that it just rolled to the left for some reason. Okay, let me check real quick. We kind of need to drill one more down. Because then we're at the correct height. So we need 5 more ramps worth of materials. Let's just first see if we can mine through a little bit further. Almost empty? Almost. But now we don't want to mine with just the left mouse button, or the right mouse button, because now we're getting to the iron. I just hope that we can get out of the hole after we mine some of it. What's the last little bit not getting out? Oh, that's just the actual iron ore. Okay. Let's aim these forwards. Ooh. Let's see if we can get out with this. How much iron ore do we have from just that? Let's see. 27k. Oh, that's quite decent. Alright, let's just drive home with that for now. Just so we can kickstart the steel plate production. Let's put them up to the highest position. Let's start braking a little bit, because otherwise we're gonna overshoot it. Is it all out? Alright. That's just to make sure we can turn them off when we need to. Okay, let's hook up some iron ore. gonna disassemble these. Don't need that. Alright. Let's just produce quite a lot of steel plates. Then... yeah. Refinery should be working fine now as well. Yeah, look at that. Good, 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 good. Now, it is not perfect yet. I kind of want to build the tunnel system for the miner, just so we can drive a little bit around, gather the iron, nickel, and cobalt that we need. But for now, we at least have one location where we can semi-okay-ish mine large quantities of iron. I mean, to be fair, I could have set the same up over here, but there's no nickel and cobalt here, so... I think for now that's where we are gonna end this episode. This is a little bit of a shorter one for my case, even though it's still an hour long and hour and 7 minutes. Just because of, you know, real life things coming up. So it's you know, you have a dog that you have to walk every now and then, so it's important to do that. The Atlas is almost completely repaired now. The only thing it requires is just some metal grids, and we need to see if we can get those hangar doors to fix at some point. For the rest, next episode, what we're gonna focus on is there's a ship. I don't know if I can see it in the distance right now. Let me see if I can fly up and see it. Yeah, it's all the way over there in the distance. There's a very tiny dot. Let me see if I can point at it. It's right over there. We're gonna see if we can bring that over to our big ship next time. So, for next time, that's what we're gonna work on. And we're gonna bring that over, and then we're also gonna see if we can install some of the larger refineries. Then when we finally have some assemblers that we can put into the big broken ship, we're gonna see if we can start turning the big broken ship into an actual functioning base ship. But until then, I will keep it at that for this time, and I will see you in the next video. And have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.